Hey guys, how's it going and thanks for coming. I'm Nick and this is Real Life Money. If you like this topic, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. So in this video, we're going into how much I make on YouTube. My last video was a thank you to all of you guys that I just hit my 2,000 subscribers. I was definitely excited for that, and it's like amazing that I even got there. So I did a thank you video for that, but the thank you's not ending because I'm actually want to share and be open with you for multiple reasons. One, well, just to be transparent and so you guys could actually trust me more, which I don't think I've ever done anything non-trustful, but you know, I want to be open with you guys. Two, to also show that like for smaller YouTubers, because there are big YouTubers out there that did a topic like this. If you probably heard of them, Graham Stephan did this, a bunch of other channels did it as well, but he was making like 500,000 subscribers, so he was making like 30 to 40,000 a month. He's at 1 million subscribers now, so he's probably making at least 50,000 a month. So with those subscribers at like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they're making good money monthly. Well, you don't go from 0 to 50,000 in like a week. There are steps toward that, and this is what I want to do. I want to like share, just because I am a smaller YouTuber, to give you those numbers. And one last thing would be like inspiration or motivation. If you still have a small channel or didn't start a channel yet, this could definitely open your eyes that you can make money off of YouTube. When I first started, I thought like that would be amazing if I could. Now we are. So let's get into some of the numbers. So I'm going to gradually get into what I'm making now versus when I started. So I started like actually getting money, like monetizing my videos at the beginning of this year. I hit my 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I was making around like $20 a month. So I would share with you guys the actual paycheck, but I can't, because they have electronic payments, which made me pretty sad because I wanted to like pin it up on the wall so it's always there forever. But anyway, so the first time when I started getting monetized, which was January, it like worked out like perfectly. January, I started getting paid from YouTube around like $20 a month, and I was kind of like hovering around that for quite some time. I had 1,000 subscribers, so maybe like a couple hundred views every couple days. So my first paycheck, I ended up getting $118.62. So I got that check and I'm like, yo, it's happening. So by the way, the minimum payout to actually get your money deposited in your account is $100. So you can't make like $105 deposits. You have to make a minimum of $100. Then the transfer initiates. So that was my first paycheck of just over $100, and it was awesome. It's not extravagant like these $10,000 or $50,000 checks monthly. However, let's go into my next paycheck. So that was, that was like around June-ish. So it took me a few months to actually get to that minimum. Well, my next paycheck was in August, only a couple months later, and that paycheck was for $131.02. So yeah, it was slightly more, but it took much quicker. So instead of like 5-6 months, it only took like 2-3 months. So that was definitely increasing quicker. And of course, throughout this time, I was consistently putting out videos. I was doing like 2 a week, which is what I'm doing for you guys now. And what really bumped me up, because I was making around 20, like I said before, maybe 30, and then I slowly increased to 50, like around $50 estimate per month. And one video that did that for me, that did very well, was best credit cards for 2019. So I got several thousand views off of that. So that's how it really started like increasing my revenue. So I was able to get paid even quicker. And some advice for any smaller YouTube channels or just starting YouTube channels: if something is working, capitalize on it. Do it again. So what I ended up doing is actually a similar video to that. I did like best cashback credit cards or something like that. So that was like the first run up. And I'm like, yo, if I could get to $100 a month, so you could get a payment every single month, that would be insane. And that's what recently happened. I recently had a video that, I was thinking, all right, what should my next video be? And I wanted to go into like frugal saving tips. And people love tips, right? They want to like see what other people are thinking. It's like, hey, that's cool, and they might try it out. Well, I wanted to give like all the tips I possibly can in one video, because if you're looking for a bunch of tips, you're going through multiple videos. I wanted to be the one-stop shop. So I ended up doing 50 frugal living tips, and that video took off. It started getting people, well, from my other videos, getting to this video, from other people's channels, from some people's home pages. So I was getting several thousand views on that video. This is when I started making it was around like 50, like I said before, $50 estimate a month. And then it was increasing to like 75, 80, 90, and it was just growing. Like it was making several hundred, or like probably 1,000, a little bit over that in a day. I was getting like dozens of subscribers in a day, and I broke the $100 monthly estimate basically due to that video. And that's what really crushed my 2,000 subscriber mark. What I said before, capitalize on what works. So I started to take, obviously that video was doing fantastic, getting a bunch of views and subscribers. I'm like, all right, people love these frugal tips, right? So I did another video of basically more frugal living hacks. And, the 50 were just like basically everything I could think of, did a little research for them. And they were even like small things. The newer video, I wanted to focus on like bigger items that you could actually save on. Instead of like unplugging a toaster to save 5 cents every month, I wanted to focus on that. So it was a bit different, but similar at the same time. So let me show you this picture. This is the video, and you could see that was just in just over a day. And it blew my mind because like the views and the watch time grew over 1,000% in just a day of what I normally get. And for the next screenshot over here, you can see what was going on. Over the 100, 120, 150, 175, over $200 in revenue per month because of those two videos of the frugal living tips and hacks and everything like that. Of course, my previous videos are still out there, but this is what really, it just shattered. The revenue doubled in like 1, maybe 2 weeks, I'd say. So it went from that $100 to $200 level. Now also realize that, well, first of all, I'm making around like 1,000 views every couple days, let's say, and I have just over 2,000 subscribers, if you want to have like a benchmark. Also, I am, obviously, if you watch my channel, I'm in the financial industry, like financial videos. There are some videos that get paid more and some less. Financial videos get paid very well in ad revenue just because you're kind of dealing with people with money. So those ads are more expensive. Same thing with like beauty and makeup channels. Because there's so many products behind that. If I was into makeup, I'd be doing makeup videos as well. I would say they're probably getting very similar ad revenues. So I am waiting on my next check. I'm still trying to figure out when that pays. It might be like mid next month. So like, let's say what I got for September, I might get like first or second week in October. So for that payout, I'm expecting probably pretty decently over like $200 for that paycheck. And that only took, well, technically the month before that, I didn't hit that 100 a month. So it only took 2 months. And after this, it's only going to be 1 month to get that paycheck now. And in like 30 seconds, I'll show you like the total revenue since, you know, the start of Real Life Money. But also realize ad revenues are very volatile, almost like penny stocks. They spike all of a sudden, like this could be a spike for me, but it could also drop. So I might not stay at that $200 level if the video kind of like dies out. But still, if I'm able to get that $100, which was my goal for this year, but so it might even out. We'll have to see, but just understand like your ad revenue could be all over the place. It's definitely not like a fixed income check like from a job or something like that. So this next picture, I know you guys might be interested. This is from when I first started on YouTube. I was in YouTube for a few years now, and it's been crazy, but you can see obviously nothing really happened throughout the first few couple of years, and recently started making money. And recently that nasty spike that worked so well. But you could see estimated revenue for me so far, which basically kind of started since the beginning of this year, is around $560. And that's with over 100,000 views over like a couple hundred videos at this point. So it's definitely not an overnight success. I know I probably could have grew faster than I have, and I learned through that. So I kind of wanted to take you on this journey, how I first started getting monetized, how much I was making per month. Then as time goes on, you do increase. I will say that jump between $100 to $200 a month, that's a double. Like that's increasing by 100%. It is very difficult to find something that could increase 100% like an investment in like a couple weeks. And that's why like YouTube's incredible. The more views, the more watch time that you get, you increase exponentially. That's why the beginning sucks. When you have like 5 subscribers, and I remember because I was there, I have 5 subscribers for like months, and it just takes forever. The YouTube algorithm works against you when you're a smaller YouTuber. You kind of just have to work through that and fight through it, and then eventually it starts growing, and this is the beginning for me, and I wanted to share it with you. So hopefully this helped open your mind a bit for how much smaller YouTubes might be able to make on YouTube, and like how you could really grow that. Obviously you could see people with hundreds of thousands of subscribers could make tens of thousands of dollars a month. And by the way, this is just ad revenue. You could also make money through affiliate links if you have your own products. So you could create courses and stuff like that, even sponsorships to a degree. So it's almost limitless what you could do. And you know, ad revenue is just the tip of the iceberg, and I think this could definitely be great for anyone. So my last piece of advice, do something you love. You have to be passionate about it, because when you first start a channel and nothing's going right and nothing's just happening, you gotta want to continue to do it. So if you love it, that makes it a lot easier. I almost quit this like multiple times along the way, but because I have a passion for this, I just did. Also because I'm really stubborn, and I'll just do this to the end of time most likely. But just realize you should love what you do. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Again, thank you so much for hitting or helping this community hit 2,000 subscribers, and do know that I respond to every single comment that I get. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.